So today I am on a walking tour of an old top secret World War II chemicals factory site. So top secret that it wasn't publicly known about until the 1990s. This DEFRA site, managed and open to the public by local volunteers, is hidden away in rural northeast Wales. To get past security and the massive gates, we had to be signed in and out again at the end. Originally, it was a sleepy little valley with the River Allen running through, which now actually runs underneath the site. A culvert was made to make sure that the site never flooded. This is where they made mustard gas. Churchill commissioned this top secret site to make the weapon if it was ever used against Britain so we could retaliate. Not quite a gas, the droplets burn through clothes, skin and right down to the bone, causing massive blisters. It's also a carcinogenic. There is still no known cure, and it was produced in masses here. 3 massive tunnels were dug into the ground, the material of which was used to level off the valley, and air was vented in at 41 degrees to ensure that there was no condensation on the shells, which would have made them slippy and a risk of dropping and detonating. They were stored here underground before being packed off for travel by road, rail or aircraft. The site even has its own railway station. At its peak in 1943, 2,200 people worked here, mainly women, as men had been conscripted for the war. And those who weren't local and couldn't walk to site were brought here by coaches in blacked out windows, so they couldn't see where they were going. They also didn't know what they had been signed up to do. On average, around 1,000 people a day worked here, from making the gas, filling the shells, packing the shells, plus those who helped to run the site, such as those in the canteen, to help keep them all going. And it's a vast site. It was a wooded area, so couldn't be seen from the sky, but the buildings were painted in camouflage to add that extra protection from detection. You can still find scribblings on the walls from those who worked here, mainly sums and scientific calculations. Of course, being a top secret site, they weren't allowed paper, too risky. Hitler knew we were making mustard gas, but this was so top secret he never found out where. Just before the war broke out, he had sent people to recce and photograph the army and air bases, so he knew exactly where to target them, but this place wasn't even in existence then. There was even a dummy site built a few miles away from here in Kilken. This site is 1.5 miles long, full of buildings, full of history, but now quiet, abandoned, and still quite its own little secret tucked away in North Wales.